1. Oil peak 2030? July 2025? The IEA releases its oil 2025 report. Buried inside? A bombshell. Global oil demand is set to peak before 2030. And China, the world's hungriest oil importer, will hit its own peak in 2027, 2 years earlier than anyone expected. Why? Because China's streets are filling with electric cars. Its highways are crowded with LNG trucks. Its railways, already the largest high-speed network on Earth, are swallowing demand once fueled by diesel. This isn't just about clean air or climate goals. This is about geopolitical power. And here's the twist almost everyone missed. China's Green Revolution is the real long-term threat to Russia, its so-called no-limits partner. Not NATO, not sanctions, not the West, but the slow death of oil demand, driven by China itself. Before we dive in, if you appreciate calm, clear breakdowns of big global plays, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your take. 2. Why oil prices matter. The Soviet lesson. History already taught us this lesson. In the 1970s oil shock, prices spiked from $9 to $32 a barrel in just 2 years. The Soviet Union reaped a windfall. Petrodollars kept the communist empire alive far longer than it should have. But then came 1985. Saudi Arabia, under pressure from US President Ronald Reagan to bleed the Soviets dry, and fed up with carrying OPEC alone, opened the spigots. Oil prices collapsed from over $30 to just $12 a barrel. For Moscow, it was catastrophic. Oil and gas made up more than half its hard currency. Overnight, the money dried up. That crash was the last straw that broke the Soviet camel's back. By 1991, the mighty USSR was gone. 3. Putin's Russia, built on oil. Fast forward, after Yeltsin's chaotic 1990s, a shock therapy leap from communism to free market capitalism, Russia was broke. Then came the godsend of the 2000s oil boom. From $20 to over $100 a barrel in just a few years, Putin rode the wave. Oil and gas revenues soon made up 60% of federal income and over 40% of exports. Russia rebuilt itself on oil. And now it risks dying by oil. 4. China's Green Revolution. Meanwhile, look at China. From 2015 to 2024, China alone drove 60% of global oil demand growth. But now the picture has flipped. China sold 17 million EVs in 2024. In 2025, it will top 20 million, 1 out of every 4 cars sold. By 2030, EVs alone will displace 5.4 million barrels per day of oil demand, more than Russia exports to the world. And it's not just cars. LNG trucks are eating diesel's lunch. Solar and batteries are crushing oil-fired power. High-speed rail is replacing flights and long-haul buses. The very customer Russia needs most is walking away from oil, forever. 5. Existential threat to Russia. Now add Western sanctions, oil price caps, embargoes, technology blockades on drilling, pipelines, even LNG equipment. Put it all together, China's declining oil demand, the Western tech chokehold, a global oil glut building this decade. That's not just a problem. That's an existential threat to Russia's oil-based economy and to Putin's regime. Because without petrodollars, the Kremlin cannot fund its military, its subsidies, or its global ambitions. 6. The only way out. History rhymes. The USSR collapsed when the oil money dried up. Putin rebuilt Russia only because oil money came back. And now, China's Green Revolution may end it again, sooner than anyone thinks. If Russia wants to survive, it must finally do what it has failed to do for a century. Move beyond raw resources, and build a real manufacturing economy. Otherwise, the 2030s could rhyme with 1991. 7. Warning. Everyone's watching the war in Ukraine. Everyone's watching sanctions. But the deeper threat to Russia comes not from the battlefield, but from the quiet hum of Chinese electric cars. That's the sound of oil's endgame. And for Russia, it could be the sound of collapse. 8. closing, if this gave you something to think about, hit like and subscribe. And if you want more stories that bridge left and right, the US and the world, drop a comment, ask a question, share it with someone as curious as you. See you next time on Twin Peaks Bridge Reflection.